A long time ago, in 2019, a video called Liquidators of Chernobyl was posted by a channel called Dark Docs. And this video was about the Liquidators of Chernobyl, and it has over 4 million views. See, the cool thing about this video is not the content itself, even though it's pretty entertaining and you can learn a couple of things about Chernobyl from there, so you should totally check it out. But this is not the topic of the video today. Today I'm talking about my comment that got a lot of attention. See, one thing people might not know about me is that I am a grandson of one of the liquidators. But what's even more interesting is that this is not just a regular comment that got a lot of responses to. It's a comment that had a war within it, because if I click this little button right here, I'm about to see an interesting story. Even though a lot of comments were really nice and respectful and a lot of people were asking questions, there were also trolls and people who just didn't want to believe in it. And I'm about to take you on a journey down this goddamn rabbit hole. Let's start with the questions and the first comment that I got. I don't mean this in a disrespectful manner at all, just genuinely curious, do you have any deformities or health issues due to it? Which is a totally solid question, which I answered. Luckily, my mother was born way before that, so no one else was affected. What that means is that, let me pull up a special device to be able to explain this better. Alright, basically, this is gonna be the timeline. Let's say this is, I don't even know when. And this is going to be 1986, when the Chernobyl disaster happened. See, what I meant by that is that the Chernobyl disaster happened in 1986, but my mom was born before 1986. So somewhere between here, mom. So this means that the Chernobyl had no effect on my mom. It's not that hard. What was my grandfather's name? I would rather not disclose it, but I'm sure there's a possibility of finding his name online if the list of all liquidators' names have been posted somewhere. And when I was typing that, I actually didn't know how many liquidators were out there. Once I found out, I was like, well shit. Even though there's so many liquidators out there, over 100,000, I still didn't want to say my grandfather's name because privacy. Well, now that I'm reacting to this almost 3 years later, it finds out that a lot of comments have disappeared, which kind of sucks because a lot of them were really freaking entertaining. And then someone goes, what the hell? Crying, laughing emojis. He said his mother born way before the incident. What the f is that supposed to mean? Hello? And a lot of people still didn't believe me for some reason.
Well, over 500,000 liquidators, and yes, the names are available. Why so reluctant to give the name of such a hero?
And then responding to someone, he goes,
probably because the TheDBro is lying. So, he got radiation poisoning and recovered. Remarkable feat. A first as far as radiation poisoning is concerned.
No, he's lying. You did not recover from radiation poisoning. We got fucking PhD David Thomas in here. Let's look at his fucking channel. This is what our radiation poisoning experts do in their free time. Then someone with actual brains responds, you do actually recover from radiation. Not all 500k liquidators died. Only like 20 of them? The first part of the comment was like, okay, yes, I get it, but only 20 of them? No, man. And then some other person responded to him, XZY, which I assume is some kind of a saying from a different country, because in America or American English, a cat ate the tongue means nothing, but I would assume that means in some other language that a person has lost his speech or words because they've been proven incorrect. You can't even respond at your own mistake. Okay, before I proceed, this video took me 2 years to make because I was so lazy to come back to it. And basically in the span of the 2 years, there used to be someone that was commenting on the videos that was really against me and trying to prove that I was lying. And their name on YouTube was Chinese Hitler. You heard me right. Unfortunately, Chinese Hitler deleted all of their comments. And unfortunately, you will not see the drama that happened here. But there were a lot of people siding either with me or with Chinese Hitler. And then some people, like this Saudi prince, try to look at my channel. I don't know if he's lying. Yeah, no, his channel is full of CSGO. And it is. I was a CSGO/meme YouTuber, which I still kind of am, and this is the first time in a long time I make a non-CSGO video. Anyway, I thought that was funny as hell, so I decided to bring it up. One thing I didn't mention is that there were so many troll comments. And some of them are kind of funny. They were at first. But then people kept making the same jokes. To the point where it was just sad that people don't read the comments before they post them. Because 35 people posted some kind of variation of this comment.
Do you have 6 toes on 1 foot?
Cool guy, 2 years ago. My grandfather was a liquidator too. Here's a video of pictures of his team in action in Chernobyl. It's pretty cool. 27 likes. A YouTube link.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god.
So there were a lot of people fighting with each other. Like Miss Chandler? Let's look at Miss Chandler's profile. Miss Chandler, God bless her soul, says to David Thomas, everyone's calling me an idiot, but the OP is lying for sure. Rafe Wilson, stop liking your own comments. Jackson finds treasure, you are barely literate. There was someone on YouTube by the name of Charles Darwin, which is probably a nickname. Dear Miss Chandler, the fact that you just told me that recovering from radiation sickness doesn't happen makes your ignorance all the more glaring. Oh my god, this guy's about to abuse that grandma. Basic research would have brought you to the same conclusion, but now that you realize you're still too stupid to quit the argument. That person just verbally pushed the Miss Chandler down the stairs. There was a comment by Dark. As far as I'm concerned, your grandparents saved half the planet. I know Chernobyl was bad, but I had no idea the actual scale until recently. And Miss Chandler does not respond back to Charles Darwin. She responds to Dark. Who would trust anyone with your name? Dear Miss Chandler, you're the one kid that has to ruin every single thing by pointing out every minor inconsistency. Don't get me wrong, if you're questioning something, chances are you want to be sure about it, but here you're just saying he's a liar when you yourself has no definite proof. And then we get a hero, the absolute hero this world needs, Savannah Hicks, going off on Miss Chandler. Can you like relax? I can smell the salt from my phone. Nah, you lying.
Maybe his grandfather was Mao Zedong.
Then Miss Chandler comes back, responding to one of the comments I couldn't even find.
You use literally when it's not needed. Did you just learn the word?
Tenocheka Banzai 99. Lucky boy. Miss Chandler comes back.
You are a Karen for calling me out on disagreeing with you.
I don't know who still is fighting with Miss Chandler, but half of the comments have disappeared since the last time I've checked on this page. So unfortunately, we don't get all of our questions answered. There were over 200,000, and you think none of them could possibly have had descendants? Cap. Hope you're not a commie. Dear Miss Chandler, best troll ever. Keep chugging on, based grandma. How many toes do you have? How many toes you got?
So has he got any extra fingers?
How many arms do you have? How many fingers you got, bro?
What's your coolest mutation? How many arms do you have?
I was wondering if you had any superpowers. Do you got like 3 eyes or something? How many fingers? Ouch, that DNA though.
How many arms do you have? Just for knowledge.
America will get nuked.